Hey guys, it's Tanner here. Today we're going to talk about some e-liquid made by Innovapor. It's their newer line called ULTRAPURE. This is what the label looks like, and the big bottle you're looking at is full flavor, 36 milligram strength. The other two bottles are also 36 milligram strength, one menthol and one unflavored, which I've added my own blueberry into. And let's put some of this stuff in a 510 and see what we come up with. This is a 510 automatic purchased from Innovapor with an acrylic battery tip for my own personal flair. First impressions on this stuff, I was a little bit mixed, but as time goes on, it's really close to a cigarette. No one's nailed it yet, but these guys have got pretty close. And I mean, as you can see, with a regular mouth hit, it's got a good amount of vapor. And it's fairly impressive. The stuff tastes good enough, as you can see, that you'll want to hit the timer on your automatic battery. Now, if you've got an L88B or a micro, like a blue or a Revolver Elite cigarette, those aren't known for kicking out a hell of a lot of vapor. They got good flavor, but the vapor production's usually pretty behind. This one will surprise you. ULTRAPURE kicks out a good amount of vapor even if you're not using a hotter model of vaporizer. The throat hit on this stuff it's definitely something there, but it's not harsh, and it doesn't burn. You can lung hit this, which I'm gonna do. That is a 905 with the menthol juice in it. It's a regular 901 atomizer, and I'm using it at 3.7 volts. And the menthol flavor in this stuff is it's clean. It's not so sweet like gum or Lifesavers menthol. It's much more like a light menthol cigarette. It's actually really enjoyable. As you see here, I'll take a lung hit, and just to basically show that this is not an irritating menthol. You can hit it all the way to the timer, and it's just smooth and right on. So it's not too bad. Now, if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you might recognize this guy. When you get tired of 3.7 volts, it's time to break out the big guns. Now, I'm going to use this thing with my blueberry juice at 4.2 volts, and that is an SLB atomizer. Not quite as much vapor, but excellent flavor. Now, I put my blueberry flavoring into this stuff, and I gotta tell you, with the warm vapor at high voltage and everything else, it tastes like biting into a blueberry muffin. But the biggest thing I noticed was that even though this is PG-free juice, it did not soak up the flavor and need to be, strengthened back up a day or two later. I made that about a week ago, and it's still just as good as day one. And if you make your own VG juices, you'll know what I'm talking about. All in all, this stuff is killer. Just all around. It takes flavors if you don't like the flavors they've got available, and it's clean and clear. It does a great job. I recently started using two-piece setup, and so I definitely don't want to leave you guys out here. Just have to switch adapters right quick. And my cardo is full of the full flavor. So, back to the full. Can you tell which one I actually like the most? Let's go ahead and hit this thing and see what gives it a shot here. Again, it's a really good flavor, and just yet another device that you can't complain about with this stuff. I can put it in a KR808s, L88Bs, 510s, 901s at high voltage. I use the cardo at high voltage. Doesn't show it here, but this stuff is great in every device that I have that I put it in, and it's all in a juice that's that clear. Now, that's not the unflavored. That is the full flavored juice. That's what it looks like. Pretty impressive. They get a thumbs up from me.
Oh, you forgot to tell them about the fact that when you give your atomizer a bath in PGA, this stuff comes out so much cleaner than the other juices I've used. Or how when you start to run the cartridge dry, that you don't get the taste. You know what I'm talking about. This stuff just kind of drops off in flavor and you know it's time to change it up.